Hello everyone and welcome to my antique channel. This is Deanna from Vintage Touch Antiques. Well, this has been a very busy summer for us. We've been busy with family things going on, but we did carve out a little bit of time to go on a little treasure hunt. And I didn't get a large quantity of items on this hunt, but I did get some nice things that I really was anxious to share with you. So I wanted to get this video done and put it up. I paid $81 total for the things that you will see. And I'm very happy with that. Okay, so let's begin right here in the front. First thing I found is this little wood treen spool. Now, my husband thinks this is possibly a piece that maybe was part of a spinning wheel. I'm not sure. Anyway, it was some type, probably came from some kind of a textile mill, if that's not what it is. It has those little brass knobs or nibs on the ends, and that great hourglass shape, which I just love. So I was happy with that. And right here in the front, I got this great Santa Claus. Now, he's a Clayface Santa, and he measures 9 inches. If you measure him all the way to the top of his pointy hat, he has the little backpack on the back, blue pants, and pottery type of boots. He does not have the clay hands. I'm pretty sure he's probably a Japan piece, although he's not totally marked there. He may have been at one time, but I couldn't see it. So that was another great piece. Let me set him aside so I can get to the rest of these things. I got some boxes. I've been selling a lot of boxes, so I was happy to get a few. Now this is like a black lacquer finish box. It's a rectangle, heavy duty one. Make a great display piece in somebody's antique booth, or turn it upside down and it makes a great riser for display. I'll set that one down there. Then I got this nice platter, ironstone platter. It has the wonderful embossed edges. Now, it hasn't been cleaned up. None of these pieces have been cleaned, but they will be. And then the back has the great old impressed mark that says ironstone, and I think that is saying Challenor, and Challenor is a 19th century mark for like a lot of transfer wear. You'll see Challenor, and so I was really happy to get that piece. In the back here's a nice yarn winder. It looks like it may have some flax on there right now. It does have a square nail in this, but it's also got wood pegs. So the square nail was probably added later to reinforce it or something. And this piece in the back, I just thought this was so charming. It's just a little wood folk art bridge. You can see the sloped edges here, and this piece would work just beautifully as a display piece with I don't know, like for instance, I have my Santa collection. I could see a lot of little Santas along that bridge, or use it in your villages and things. So that's a nice early piece. Now here, this is a pottery stoneware bottle, and it does have the mark there, and that is Born Denbei. That was the name that's on there. My husband did the little research on that. It's an 1890s bottle. I'm not sure what it held though. Ink bottles usually have a spout, so I'm not sure about this one. But they made a lot of these early bottles for a lot of different reasons. And then, let me get this one out. This I just picked up because I love the charm of very well worn primitive pieces, and it has these 2 blocks that were attached to this little base here, and I may remove those, I'm not sure, but this would make a great display piece as well. Let me see if I can set him out of the way. Okay, sorry for that. And now this is a great little, you see the wood back there, little child's toy washboard with the wood scrub surface there. I just really think that's a cutie. And this is an early jar. I sell a lot of early jars, and this one has the nice arched fluted sides, zinc lid, heavy glass. Get him back there out of the way. And then this piece, just adore it. And I'm sure that the picture is not, I mean, it's not going to show up probably in this video to do it justice, but this is just a terrific old piece. It measures 13 inches tall. It's some kind of a wood bucket that could have been on the side of a covered wagon. I'm sure it dates at least to the early 1800s. It possibly goes back into the 18th century. I mean, the patina on this piece is just amazing. And the wear on it, you can see that it has had to have been around for a very, very long time. And like I said, I'm sure with the shadowing and stuff that it's going to be hard for me to really do this piece justice. You see the different variations of collar there. Just a great old primitive. If you like primitives, you would love this. And then the final thing that I got was this old box. It's LL, I think that would be pennon, I'm not sure, corned beef box. It's a little different from some of the corned beef boxes. It's a more of a, not a square, but it's wider, I think, than most. And, you know, it does have your wear there along the front, but it's just a great old box with the great graphics there on the front. So that's what I found on this excursion, and I thank you for watching. Before I close, let me direct your attention to the description of the video, where you will find links to my webpage as well as my online store. I do have a number of things. I sell antiques and vintage items in my online store. So if you want to just hop over there, I would just really love for you to go and look around. Also, I'd like to invite you to visit my antique booth where I sell antiques in Antique Crossroads in Hagerstown, Maryland. I'm on the left side of the large mall, third row. Just look for the large Vintage Touch sign that hangs in the back of my double space booth. And then, of course, I'd like to invite you to subscribe and share and give this video a thumbs up so that we can help share with others about antiques and our love of them. And then finally, let me encourage you to enjoy your collecting because, of course, when you own an antique, you own a piece of history. So bye-bye till next time.